Good afternoon, evening, whenever you see this, feel this, breathe this, do this, my loves. For those of you that are new to my page on my channel, or if this is your first time tuning into the Love Circle podcast, hi, welcome. My name is Cymphony Thompson, and I am a self-care coach on a mission to heal the world through holistic self-care practices. And today is Motivational Monday. And I just feel this in my spirit. So for the OG listeners, good morning, my loves. Good morning, my loves. Dang. I forgot how good that felt. Like, it's something about that introduction that literally gives me chills. It literally gives me chills. It makes me feel like everything is all right. And I wasn't even expecting to get emotional today, but just by doing the introduction, it reminds me of how long we've been in this game together. Like, we started this in the pandemic. And truthfully, like, I know for my OG listeners, I know y'all heard me saying that the reason why I started the Love Circle podcast is because I needed a circle of people. And I know that just like I needed something, that there are people out there that need it too. But truthfully, like, that's the truth too. But truthfully, I've always wanted to be on TED Talk. Like, I always wanted to have my own TED Talk, like, just to be on the stage, just to share my knowledge, share my love, share my healing, share self-care practices and tips. Like, that's always been my dream, to be on TED Talk. And because I felt like it was unobtainable at the moment, I mean, because I feel like in the future, oh yeah, your girl about to be on the TED Talk. It's coming. But I felt like it was time for me to create that space for myself, create that platform for myself, and create that platform for the people that are around me that have a wealth of knowledge that needs to be heard. And I know that a lot of the people that y'all had on the podcast, y'all had, hell, it's y'all podcast too, but the people that we've had on the podcast, my friends, my sister friends, my brother friends, like, they really have their own platform, and they really been doing their own shit out here in the streets. And I know that they have their own following, but I feel like coupling all of our resources, I feel like that's better suited for the community as a whole, for the world as a whole. So until we make it to TED Talk, we gonna be on the Love Circle podcast, spilling tea. And when I say spilling tea, y'all know we ain't messy over here. When I say spilling tea, I'm talking about our deepest secrets, healing from those deepest secrets, humbling ourselves so that we can receive the love, the knowledge, the passion, the energy, the whatever God is willing to bestow upon us. Being open and aware of the things that need to change, that no longer serve us, and the things that we want, we desire, being in a place to receive those things. Because you can want something, you can desire it, like right now. Listen, a million in my bank account. Listen, but I had to start asking myself, if I had that $1 million right now, like if I go to work right now, because I'm on the way to work, if I go to work right now and somebody writes me $1 million check, what am I going to do with it? If I get an email and somebody says, hey, I want to sponsor your brand, or hey, I want to put your brand in our stores, or hey, I want to sponsor the Love Circle podcast. I want to sponsor your next book. I want to invite you to this platform to speak, and it's X amount of dollars. I want to be a good steward over the whatever I've been bestowed with. Why I keep saying bestowed? I guess bestowed is the word for today. But whatever God gives me, if he gives me $1,000, if he gives me $10,000, if he gives me $10 million, $10 billion, I want to be able to say, okay, I need to do this, this, and this, but I want to do this, and I want to save this, and this. I want to donate this, and this. I want to be able to allocate my money to the right places. I want to be able to be a blessing just like I was blessed. I didn't really have an idea of what the topic was today. I just was driving and I was like, I need to make something. So I guess today is about being a good steward, which has been like the past couple of months, especially the beginning of the year. The topic has really been being a good steward over the things that God provides us with or blesses us with. But like, if you have a $10 billion idea, I want you to, today your journaling prompts is, because we don't say if, when I get $10 billion or whatever your X amount that you feel like when you get that amount, everything is going to be okay and you can move forward. Your journal prompt today is, when I get X amount of money, what do I want to spend it on? How do I want to allocate these funds? Is it going to bills? Is it going to business? Is it going to donations? Is it going to supplies? Is it going to, what is it going to? Be mindful. And that's really been something that I never really did before. I just used to be like, dang man, I need $1,000. I need $2,000. I need $4,000. And then once I get that $4,000, then I'm going to be good. But I saw somebody on TikTok and people were saying that it was like fraud or whatever, but it really motivated me. I can't remember what the TikToker's name is, but she came up with this mindfulness activity where I can't remember the end balance, but it's like, let's go back to the $1 billion. So you get $1 billion, right? That's your end balance. But every week you have to allocate that money towards something. So this week, if you get $1,000, what are you spending that $1,000 on? Next week you get $2,000. What are you spending that $2,000 on? The next week you get $3,000. What are you spending that $3,000 on? Next week you get $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and it continues to go on through the weeks until you reach that end balance. And like I said, a lot of people said that it was fraud, but I feel like it taught me that yes, I have desires, but once all of the things that I feel like are hindrances sometimes in my life, like bills and stuff like that, once I feel like those things are gone and those things are no longer a factor, and I just got extra money around, like after I done bought all my office equipment, all of the fabric and material and stuff that I need for Faded Beauty, like after I purchase everything I need, my husband has everything he needs for the business, the house is taken care of, Sabali is taken care of, the podcast is taken care of, BU is taken care of, and I just got an abundance of extra money sitting around, and I'm already saving. Like, what do I want to do with this overflow of money? And it blew my mind that, like, I knew that was possible, to have an abundance of money where you don't have to worry about bills, and you just be like, oh, I got $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 in my savings account, and I just want to go to the store and somebody needs something and I just bless them with that. Like, that blew my mind, because that's always been something that has been on my heart. I've always wanted to just be like, you know what? So-and-so said that they needed a computer. So-and-so said they needed a car. So-and-so said they needed a house. Like, that has always been on my heart. So that little activity has, like, really motivated me to be more mindful and cognizant of where I want my money to go when it comes. Not if, but when it comes, because we know it's coming. God wouldn't give us a vision. God wouldn't put something on our heart. God wouldn't let us believe, feel, know, be, do whatever our knowing is without it coming. So with whatever your dream is, whatever your passion is, just know that it's on the way. Continue to be consistent, persistent, optimistic. Continue to show up, even in the midst of your circumstances and not always understanding, because, you know, like, we have a vision of what we want things to look like, and then God be like, you funny, I got something bigger and better, and then he blows our mind. Like, be in expectation of the things to come. Not knowing, not putting a standard or a fine-tooth comb on it being exactly how you envision it being. Just be in expectation. Be in expectation. That's it. That's the message. I hope that y'all have had y'all coffee. I hope you have had your tea. I hope you had your water. Please eat something amazing. Love on yourself. Love on somebody else. And as always, fill your cup before you fill anybody else's. I love y'all.